Oh, we're live.
All
Hello and
right.
welcome back
Are you-
to Chode League.
Yeah, what's going on, Chids?
What's going? Chode singular. One person is watching.
Well, that's
Hi,
goddamn
Max.
it. I'm the one person, I bet.
Okay, well, so I fucked up. I forgot to curse the league, and then I forgot to curse the league again. So the first curse we're gonna do today is for weeks 8 through 12, applied from weeks 4 through 7. Oh, wait, no, I've already done the math wrong. It's 9 through 12, applied from 5 through 8. And then the next one is for 13 through 16 because it's week 13, applied from weeks 9 through 12.
Yay.
And welcome to Chode League.
I'm very excited. I really just hope whatever winning or cursed teams just screw up the most matchups.
Like, I hope it messes everything up so that all the free agent results and everything else is just wrong. And I'm not going to change shit. I don't give a fuck. All right. Well, Mike, what are some chody things that happened during the period from November 13th to December 10th?
Okay,
2017.
So in this first period, the first thing that we're going to talk about is the Nerlens Noel hot dog incident, which isn't really an incident. It's just literally during halftime of a game, Nerlens Noel left the locker room of the Dallas Mavericks stadium, the American Airlines Arena. He went down the hallway to wherever the food is and asked for, I believe, 2 hot dogs.
Whoa.
Ate the 2 hot dogs during halftime and then returned to the bench. This was caught on one of those cameras that they have in the tunnels, and they made light of it and started joking about it in the third or fourth quarter. And it's not necessarily the chodiest thing because Nerlens Noel is just been banished to mostly sitting on the bench thanks to Rick Carlisle. So in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much. But I would be completely flabbergasted if the team nutritionist was like, yeah, that's okay. Just eat some hot dogs because those are healthy. I just think it's funny that the Mavs seemingly care so little about Nerlens Noel that they're just going to let him actively ruin or do damage to his health. Not that that's super significant, but on premises, literally
no one's even watching him, right? I'm actually eating enchiladas. Oh, I have low battery. I want to ask you though, what contract is he worth? Is it a max?
Oh God, not at all. No. I don't even think he's worth what the Mavericks initially offered him, that one that he turned down very stupidly. But I do find it hilarious that he did the whole qualifying offer thing to bet on himself. And then Rick Carlisle was just like, no, I'm just not going to play you. So it's very interesting because you want to think of him as one of those players that just needs a new home and will be okay. But we kind of don't really know because he was in a weird situation in Philly for the first 3 years of his career. And then he's been in a weird situation in Dallas where they're just not playing him. And because of Dirk needing to be a center and all kind of stuff like that. So he's perplexing. And I think some team will take a risk on him and probably pay him a bunch, but he might be good, but I don't know.
Well, as Dion Waiters said, bet on yourself and double down.
Boom. Amazing.
And that's every Instagram post that he makes. So
does he really put that as the caption on every single time?
Every single, he sells shirts. It's good.
Okay, great. Well, yeah. How many losses did the Mavericks have during that 4-week span?
They had 8 losses, which is less than I thought. They're not terrible.
Yeah.
But they're bad. They're bad.
Yep. All right. What's the next thing, Rick?
I'll talk about Markelle Fultz a little bit.
Oh boy.
Markelle Fultz. A lot of things have been going on with Markelle. I have him stashed on my bench. So he has a scapular imbalance, which I thought a scapular was something you wore around your neck so that if you died, you wouldn't go to hell. But actually, it's something in your shoulder that if you're a bad shooter, you can say, ow, my scapular.
They said that
hell is real.
Whatever this muscle thing that they said is something that only exists in it's they called it a muscle imbalance or something, and the only other athletic person athletic people or genre or whatever, like type of athlete that have been diagnosed with this are like cyclists in their legs, and that's it. So it's like no basketball player has ever had this.
That's how much power he's putting into every shot. You can tell because when he shoots the ball, it goes 75 feet straight up.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anything particularly juicy about this 4-week thing. It's just we decided to keep Markelle eternally.
We're gonna curse him probably even when he comes back. We may consider cursing him. I don't know.
Yeah.
In any event, like there's so much mystery. It has to be a curse. I don't know what the fuck is going on. The Sixers lost 7 games in that period, which the Sixers are a very up and down team. It's like Jeff Green, the team. That's what the Sixers are. Sometimes you're like, oh hell yeah, and sometimes you're like, oh fuck this. They look terrible. But I mean, it goes with Embiid, obviously, and with
yeah.
God damn it, Markelle Fultz kind of shoots like I do too, where the ball is here, and then there's like his wrist is doing a thing, and then he's like readjusting his shot at the top. It's like terrible.
It's bad. It's pretty bad. Speaking of pretty bad, the next discussion that we have is about the Los Angeles Lakers. As would be predicted, it's more LeVar drama. Basically, the Lakers had a secret meeting with LeVar Ball to tell him to like chill the fuck out and shut the fuck up. And it got leaked that it happened. So that's pretty much all it is. Pretty hilarious. And I think it's worthy enough of a curse.
Who is the number 2 Cho dad in the NBA?
Maybe Draymond Green's mom.
Okay. I think JaVale Green's mom is in that, and maybe Kyrie's dad, but like it's very clear number 1 is.
Yeah. JaVale's mom hasn't really said anything since he's gotten on the Warriors because he's just, being JaVale McGee on the Warriors where, hi, just catch these lobs that you can get because no one's guarding you on this team. So I think she's been calm. I haven't seen too much out of Kyrie's dad, but, Draymond Green's mom is always ready to tweet at someone.
Hell yeah. Oh, and Kevin Durant's mom is probably a dark horse.
I mean, she is the true MVP.
The only mom VP of all time.
That's what the M in MVP stands for.
That's good. That 7 losses for the Lakers in the period. Are they now the worst team in the NBA by record? I think that's amazing.
Well, it was them versus the Hawks in a game, and whoever lost became the worst. It was like last week. And I don't
Gotcha. Yeah, who gives a shit? Probably. They're not very good, but they're competitive. They're also playing Randall a lot. I mean, we have a lot of Lakers stuff to talk about.
Yeah, get into the next thing, the final curse of this first 4-week section.
The final one, the Golden State Warriors made an app. The Golden State Warriors are very shady at the level of their operational stuff. I mean, not just this, like their season tickets, they charge like $1,000 to reserve a spot for a season ticket, and they sell like more of those than they have seats or something like. Anyway,
it's only 100. It's 100. I know they charge $100 to be on the waiting list, which is like 30,000 plus people long.
Right, which they don't have that many seats. And so I was like, I don't know what the anyway. If you got the Warriors app, it tracks you constantly.
That's what came out.
That's the most Silicon Valley thing I've ever heard is, the Warriors know when you're shitting, and that's when they know to sell you a Warriors diaper in the alternate Black New Year's. It's a new year. Happy New Year.
I'm trying to look up right now the exact specifics of what they tracked. I don't know if you.
The video quality of these is always shitty. I'm sorry. Anyway, the app would do shit though. Like it would tell when you were like near a store and it would start bothering you and crap like that. It makes. Yeah. I know why they would do it, but like, what a bunch of shitheads. So the problem is the Warriors don't really lose, so they only had 3 losses in that period.
Yeah, but before we move on. I'm looking at the article, so it was the Daily Beast thing that released it, and some of the things are scary that like the app would literally like listen to what you were saying in your microphone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else it said. It was like it does stuff through your microphone. It monitored their locations. It used beacon tracking, which means that like customers are continually tracked whenever they're using the app.
Dude, I'm a Warrior for life. I want this. I'm signing up. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. So it says the app utilizes beacon, Bluetooth technology, and location services to enhance your fan experience.
I want the Golden State Warriors to know when I buy a $57 glass orb of raw water and just begin drinking it in the middle of the grocery store because I'm famished for water.
Yeah, it's really strange, but Pretty chody. It's definitely a curse unlike any we've ever had since starting Chode League.
I think it's like the worst one on the list, and since they have the fewest losses, it probably won't happen. But maybe I'll roll a few times, so who knows?
Number generator gods choose it because it's
which is me. No, I'm just okay. We'll do it randomly. We will do it randomly.
Oh man. But
next up.
So the other thing in this beacon, in addition to the beacon tracking, is that I'm looking up the specifics. So basically, what it does is it uses beacons that play through special transmitter in the arena and stores. The apps listens for those beacons and then sends custom advertisements based on that. So what it was using for the whole purpose of listening to your microphone was that it could tell if you were near a store. Mm-hmm. And then it would give you a thing that's like, hey, at the fan store, blah, blah, blah's on sale, which is like, I guess, okay. But then you get the creepy thing that it is constantly listening to your microphone.
Yeah, I think ads in general are disgusting, but ones that are watching me in the bathroom in case there's a store nearby are particularly. I just want to shit alone. Can I just shit? Just me and my phone? No, I can't. Today, incidentally, 55 House Democrats voted for another 6 years of Trump keeping his powers. To do the same thing, Trump is also the Warriors app, just like.
Wait, what thing happened today?
I mean, everyone watches you through your phone anyway.
Wait,
but the Warriors don't have to.
The net neutrality thing, was that vote today?
Oh no, this is a different thing. This is the can we just keep doing like Patriot Act style, just anyone can get any data with no warrant. Yeah. So good on the Warriors to be Donald Trump. All right, next. So should we roll for that curse, or should we do both curses?
Let's roll for that one.
Okay, I'm now going to Google random number from 1 to 25.
Nice.
Here we go. Google says Lakers secret LeVar Ball meeting. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to refresh. Hold on.
Okay.
Still refreshing the page. Google says 23. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
Wow. It only took 12 refreshes. Congratulations, Grant Ron, who owns the Golden State Warriors. You have been cursed. Okay, next up. Sorry, Max Gross and Tim Parisi. The only people watching this are only fans for fucking you out of getting a league curse. I don't feel bad. You could say I was watching you. Okay, next up, curse for weeks 13 through 16. What do you have, Mike?
Oh man, first one that I've got is a continuation of the Markelle Fultz situation.
Oh no!
So Markelle Fultz, inadvertently today, was videotaped. Was videotaped like in the background of them shooting, and it was like about the London games or whatever. And it was supposed to just show them, like it was showing like someone in the background, and then it was just like one of those talkers. But in the back, on the other end of the gym, you can see a very faint guy in a gray tank top with a number 20 on the back, Markelle Fultz, doing shooting drills and shooting horribly. It looks like this weird hybrid of like Sean Marion and Derek Fisher is something that someone on Twitter pointed out. It's like this weird hybrid shot that looks really bad. And Markelle Fultz is apparently healthy enough to start shooting, and he's like been doing contact drills and stuff like that, but still broke as fuck. So we will see if the now becoming more popular theory that Markelle Fultz was never a good 3-point shooter, he just had a really good 20-game run, is true, because that theory is that he was never good at free throw shooting, which is usually a telltale sign of if you're good at 3-point shooting. Steve Nash was an amazing free throw shooter. Ray Allen was an amazing free throw shooter. Steph Curry, an amazing free throw shooter. Like Courtney Lee's free throw numbers this year jumped up 10%, and his 3-point shooting has jumped up like 4%. So
very good shooting this year.
Yeah, it's like lots of correlation. And Markelle Fultz at Washington was a 64% free throw shooter. So there's this now becoming a more popular theory. They're like, he was never good at 3-point shooting. He just got lucky a lot, and he got freaked out about that and tried to change his shot to make him better, and it's just fucked him up, including his shoulder.
Yeah, and to be clear, we were going to curse him no matter what. This is just more evidence still a disaster. But I can't get over he just holds the ball above his head in place for like a second now. It's really
a weird little hitch.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what my comp is. That is interesting, the Derek Fisher. But Derek Fisher brought it to like the side of his head a little bit, and it's just sort of floating for him.
It looks like it's hard because the video he's like all the way in the back, but it looks like he's kind of like bringing it here, pitching for a second, and then just like catapulting it. Like it just looks like he's going straight from his ear out. It's a weird, like if Sean Marion shot it higher, but with one hand.
He does what I do, where he jumps and then realizes his arms need to be moving. And it's like, it's just all happening in the air.
It's very hitchy. It's not smooth at all.
So, I mean, we're going to keep talking about this every fucking time. Probably when he comes back, it'll still be terrible. At Fultz, they lost 6 games during that period. And I think they were all in a row or something. It was really bad for a little while there. But they're back. They've won like 4 in a row or something. So go Sixers. I think they're going to make some noise in the playoffs. It's like the Durant Westbrook like Thunder when they were the 8 seed against the Lakers in that series, and like, did they win a game? I don't remember. Anyway, it's like that.
First to game 6, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Oh,
what do you got?
Next up, a Cavaliers Christmas video. I don't know. This might be something I just make the league front page for a little while, even though it's no longer Christmas. Who cares? It's really embarrassing. Somehow I didn't come across this where they're singing a song, except all the words are changed. It's like and players are singing about each other.
But it's Let It Snow, but they change all the lyrics to be like, I don't know. They're always singing about
make it splash, make it splash. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like J.R. Smith or someone is singing like LeBron on the fadeaway, and it's just as bad as you would think. And it's something you play at the top of the arena when the cheerleaders are tired.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those weird things where like they're offbeat, pretty rough. And I don't know how many takes they tried to get these guys to do it. And maybe some are just like not musically inclined. But it seems like one of those things where they just like did 2 takes and they were like, we'll use the better one. And rather than like keep doing it until they get it right.
Well, it's charming if the players these gods are bad at something. But there's bad. And then there's like, even if they were good, it would have been bad because it's not cute. It's just stupid.
It would be better if the thing that bugs me about it is that they are bad at singing and offbeat. Like if they were just bad at singing and then on beat, it would be funnier because then it's like, I don't know, because then you're at least like, well, the weather outside is frightful, but it sounds bad, at least in terms of like, oh, he's bad at singing. But it's like,
have you seen the Klay Thompson one where he doesn't know the words to Jingle Bells? That's classic. The funny thing there is like he's just confused rather than like something that looks like it was designed. Even if it went perfectly, would have been shitty.
Yeah, it's just bad. It makes me long for those bad movie trailer things that the Mavs were doing like 4 years ago. I really kind of want those back, like when they did the Guards of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
like, I want that again.
I remember that was a cool video. I remember that shit. Anyway, Cavaliers lost 5 games during that period.
Actually,
because their defense is terrible. I mean, they don't give a shit either. They're down right now 31 points to Toronto. Like, they don't give a fuck about anything.
Wow.
That's the Cavs. I can't wait for the NBA Finals. Another 6-game loss if we're lucky. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's next?
Oh, next we have the Golden State Warriors again for the next.
Whoa.
This one is a bit less severe than their previous curse, but it is still funny. Basically, recently, the Cavaliers lost pretty badly to the Minnesota Timberwolves by like 20 to 30 points. And the Timberwolves, like any NBA Instagram feed does, had a post where it was, a picture of a player and then the score at the bottom. And it was like, huge win tonight was the caption. And the Warriors Twitter liked this. And people saw that they liked it. And then the reason that this is a curse is because as of last year, the NBA explicitly was like the official social media accounts should not be trash talking each other. So this is like the farthest that they can get away without being in trouble. This was all sparked by the Rockets gun emoji, horse emoji thing that they used for the Dallas Mavericks.
Right.
And since then,
that was tacky.
It was. I thought it was fucking funny, but it was definitely not subtle. But the Hawks were sassing teams, and like the Kings Twitter was sassing teams, and there were like some really funny NBA Twitter feeds. And I followed the Hawks feed because they were funny and they were mean to other teams. And I don't give a shit about the Hawks or Atlanta. And now I have unfollowed them because it's just boring. So,
but Atlanta doesn't give a shit about the Hawks or Atlanta either, to be
fair. So now that teams are not allowed to make fun of each other as much, there's only like little things they can do. And the Warriors did this. And it's just funny because it's like a very meaningless game between a team that like the Cavs aren't caring, and Minnesota's just like this random team that happened to beat them on a night, and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, well, there you go. The Warriors lost. How many times do you think they lost in that span?
Once or twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, fuck this. Okay. Well, I guess they can like whatever the hell they want. Finally, we have the Lakers-Walton situation, which there's a lot going into. I mean, some of it is the LeVar Ball comments, obviously, where he goes to the press. He's like, actually, Luke Walton has lost the respect of his team or whatever. But also, Luke Walton apparently at the same time is being forced by the Los Angeles front office to play Julius Randle major minutes, where the team thinks Randle has given up on his teammates and is no longer playing with defensive intensity or anything. But Randle was always the one that the Lakers wanted to ship. Elsewhere, I don't know what they're looking at. Portland, like who wants another fucking four? I don't know who wants Julius Randle. He's not bad, but he's not gonna.
I mean, they basically need to dump a contract to try to facilitate Paul George happening, and Julius Randle is.
Do they still think they're gonna get LeBron?
I don't know. I mean, they're just not that good. They're the worst team in the league. And
maybe we don't know, and we don't care enough to look, but probably
they're at least the worst team in the West. And I don't know, they're just like not that great. I mean, this whole thought of LeBron going to the Lakers was like, oh shit, they got Lonzo, and like Lonzo's fine, but he's not earth shattering. Or like
he's maybe not the best rookie on his own team. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Kuzma and Josh Hart are both doing better than him, probably. Definitely Kuzma and Josh Hart, arguable.
I would rather have Simmons. I would rather have Tatum. I would rather have Donovan Mitchell. I'd rather. I mean, you just go down the list. I'd rather have Markkanen.
All the greats.
Yeah.
I think Frank's going to be great. I think
he's really good. Okay. Yeah. So fuck the Lakers. Why? Fuck the Lakers. Who gives a shit?
But they lost 12 fucking times.
They lost 12 times. Yeah, that's a lot. That's what. Remember in the good old days when a lot of teams were like explicitly tanking, and we would get those double-digit losses in the month period. I feel like that's getting. No one's like tanking at the same.
That's the thing. No team is like actively trying to be bad, like the Sixers were, or some other teams. Like you have teams like the Hawks where it's just like no one is good on the team,
right?
Or at least trying to win games.
Like the Nets are dogging. They lost Jeremy Lin the first game of the season. You could just be like, fuck it, we're gonna fold, and they're actually pretty good. They don't have their
pick, so they can't.
Yeah, well, you can do whatever the fuck you want, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, every team is trying, which is at least fun. But you do have. I mean, I'm sure like after the trade deadline, you'll have some explicit tanking. Like when people just start resting people, like the Knicks have done the past 3 years, like with a week left in the season, they're like, "Don't play Kristaps." They've done that for the last 3 years.
You seed things based on record after the trade deadline. So if you want to tank, you can tank. But if you're in the playoffs or on the bubble, you'd better like fight for your seed a little bit.
Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do it, but I don't know. Tanking's just lame, and it's good that at least in this current like NBA, there's no one like is actively trying to be bad. Like even Knicks Chicago last night with the double overtime game, it was great. Like if you have two teams, even if they're both shitty, if they're at equal level, you can have like a really close, fun, exciting game.
And I want to go on the record real quick as just explicitly saying I love tanking.
Ugh, it makes me upset.
Hey,
I mean it's fine, but like you can also be the Orlando Magic.
No, it's very painful to tank. I understand that, but I mean that's the whole premise of the league, and
Yeah, so let's run that random number generator and see who wins.
Oh fuck! Random number from 1 to 33. Google. I hope you're ready for this. Generate. 13. Oh fuck! Hold on. Congratulations to 13.
Who's that?
That's the Lakers. Gross Parisi. I've only fucked you once.
Yay!
Wow.
Cool. Fun. What a time.
Congratulations to both of our losers. but you're all losers to me, right, Mike?
Sure. Why not?
And goodbye.
Wow, what an ending.